Did you know that this $4,500 Bottega Veneta Sardine bag does come with a manufactured flaw? Hi and very welcome! My name is Mary, this is my channel Lumi Level Up, and I'm a luxury lover with an average income. On an average income, I messed up my own intro. Trying to be more mindful with my money. Today I come to you with an in-depth review of the Bottega Veneta Sardine Bag, which I have here with me in the color agate grey. As you might know, I did not buy that bag. I rented it from Fobe, which is a subscription luxury handbag rental service here in Germany. And I did already share an entire video about how their service does work. I myself have a subscription with them, so I already reviewed a Fendi bag that I rented out with them. This is the second bag that I got, and if I got you curious and you want to learn more about Fobe, I do have an entire video where I explain how everything works, and I do even have a coupon code for you. Lumi does get you 60 euro off your first month in case you are curious, in case you want to try it out. I just have good things to report. It definitely helps to get a feeling for a bag, to rent it, have it with you for 2 months before you decide if you want to pay the big bucks for a bag. Because this one, for example, currently retails for 3,700 euro or even $4,500. If I would have bought that bag, I would not be too happy about it, but I will give you all the details in this video because obviously I had it with me now for 2 months. I tried to use it as much as possible and I discovered some things that I'm not the most happy about, and this is what this video is for. I'm going to give you my full in-depth honest review. The great thing about bag renting is as well that I can be very honest with you. I don't have to feel bad that I spent that much money on the bag and now I have it and realized it's not working for me. No, I just rented it out with Fobe, wore it for 2 months, and now I'm sending it back and I don't have to worry about it any further on. But that's just a little introduction. What am I going to tell you in this video? I made some notes so that I don't miss anything. I'm going to talk you through the elephant in the room, the manufacturing flaw, like I would call it. If you don't know about that, well, you might be shocked in a second. I will talk you about Instagram versus reality on this bag, because there is something to be mentioned as well. I will talk you through how it wears, the measurements, of course, what fits. I will give you some modeling shots, tell you how I felt about combining the bag, the material, wear and tear, and the price point. And then overall sum it up if I would buy that bag myself, which I think you already get an idea that probably not. But let's go through this point by point. So, when I picked that bag, I just went for something that looked cute and I hadn't done any research beforehand because I just thought, well, it's a rented bag. If it doesn't work, it's not that bad. I didn't feel the pressure to dig deep and watch a lot of reviews or anything like that. I didn't do that. If you have seen the unboxing video, you probably can tell, because when that bag got to me and I noticed these deep marks in the golden handle, I was quite shocked. Never ever would I have thought this is intended. The funny thing about it is intended. At least Bottega Veneta makes it seem as if it is intended, because I still have a hard time to believe that. I'm really sorry, I can't. I will read a little quote to you from the Bottega Veneta website, where it says, "The metallic handle is crafted by artisans and showcases nuances and engraved markings, making each piece unique." Here are some close-ups for you. Please let me know in the comments. Does this look like the engraved marks of an artist to you, or does this look like a dog chewed on the bag? Like, seriously, when I found out it is intended to be like that, I have a hard time to believe it. Hubby and I, we were joking that maybe in production at Bottega Veneta something went wrong with the first charge of I don't know how many 100 or 1,000 bags they produced, and then they decided, hey, let's just pretend this is on purpose and let's make it sound as if an artisan made these marks into the bag and that's why they are there. I mean, there is no kind of symmetry, there is no kind of concept to it, and I have to repeat it over and over again. I would prefer it if this was a smooth, golden, metallic, beautiful handle without any marks. Can I say anything positive about the marks at all? Well, maybe there is one little pro to it. It already looks that damaged that you cannot put much wear onto the handle. So if you scratch it with some rings, with some jewelry, or you drop the bag or you scratch it somewhere, I think it wouldn't be too bad because no one would notice because your bag already looks completely scratched and marked. And please don't feel offended if you own the Bottega Veneta Sardine bag and you love that look and you can appreciate the art behind it. It's just, I didn't expect that and I would prefer if it was not there. That's just my 2 cents. Of course, maybe, well, I bet there are people that do appreciate that design feature, but to me it looks like a mistake, like a flaw, not like art and design. And everyone to whom I showed that bag, most people in my private life are not into luxury, so they had no idea about the Bottega Veneta Sardine bag and that this is supposed to be that way. And every single person thought that these are signs of wear. And when I told them the price of the bag, they couldn't believe it. Well, luxury bag prices are hard to believe for many people. I cannot blame anyone, but when you spend that amount, it's an interesting choice doing so on a bag that has marks in the handle that are intended to be there. So that's the elephant in the room and we got that right out of the way. You have to decide on your own if it is a feature you do enjoy and if you can appreciate that it makes every Bottega Veneta Sardine bag unique and that's why you like it and it makes it worth the price to you, or if that is a design feature that most people, when they see you out and about with the bag, will think that you treated your bag really bad and possibly a dog chewed on it. But you do you.
Quite obvious, but I still want to mention it in case you did not think about that. The bag has its name Sardine Bag because of the handle, because this has the shape of a fish, a sardine.
The next big elephant in the room is Instagram versus reality, or rather Bottega Veneta product pictures, because the pictures the brand puts out from that bag, the bag sits beautifully. It's closed very beautiful and it has that smile. It has the perfect shape and let me show the bag to you. It looks nice, definitely, but where is the smile? And this is even empty. As soon as you put things into the bag, it gets even harder to make it smile. And I really tried. And I can try as hard as I can try. I can make it somewhat look like it, but never as perfect as the product pictures. Never. Even when trying to make it look somewhat like that, if I try very hard, and I never would have the nerve to do so, when being out and about and then playing around with it and trying to make my bag smile, I don't have the time and I don't have the nerves to do so. But even if I would do so and give my very best, this is as close as I can get it. I cannot make the bag smile. Here I have to give the bag the benefit of the doubt. I can imagine that the longer you have it, the more you wear it, the more you train the bag to smile, the softer the leather will get and the easier it will flap. And maybe someday somewhat will look like that, but it's too much effort, too much hassle for me. I cannot deal with that and I started using the bag and immediately stopped trying to even do so. I put my stuff inside of the bag, I wore it, I used it and I didn't care how it looks, how it flaps. I just closed it by the very strong magnet and I was happy to go, having it like this, not even trying to bother about the smile and making it look picture perfect. I think the bag, even not closed in the perfect Instagrammy picture perfect way, still looks good and it has some kind of slouchy structure, but not as slouchy and saggy as the Fendi baguette bag. So in terms of structure, I'm absolutely fine with the way it looks. Just keep in mind, it won't look like on the pictures unless you put a lot of time and effort into making it look that way. How the bag sits? Well, there are versions that do come with a strap, so if you want to have a crossbody strap, obviously you shouldn't go for the so-called classic sardine bag, because this one does not come with a shoulder strap, so you definitely can not wear it crossbody. You can very beautifully hold it. You can wear it in the crook of your arm, which sometimes works better and sometimes it works less well, because sometimes it follows the weight and it slides down your arm, and then depending on what you have inside of the bag, it might get a little bit dangerous for items to slip out. But if you try to balance it, well, it sometimes works and you just have to angle your arm even more to keep it that way. So it's not the most easy way to wear, but that's nothing I would blame the bag for, because It's just how it's constructed, and that's nothing that's bothering me a lot. If you are very small, slim and petite, you might be able to wear it on your shoulder as well, which I'm not very small and very petite. I could get it over my shoulder, but obviously this is not a cute look. I can imagine that if you are a lot smaller and thinner, it might look better, but this bag is not intended to be necessarily worn on the shoulder, so if going for the classic style without the shoulder strap, mainly handheld, sometimes crook of the arm, balancing it out, which surprisingly didn't bother me when I decided to wear that bag. I was committed to have it in my hand and I was fine with that. For a bag that has such a big chunky part of hardware, I was pleasantly surprised by the weight, because to me personally it did not feel too heavy. It's around 570 grams, which is about 1.257 pounds. I would have expected this to be way heavier, and it's easy to be held in just one hand. Let's go on with the measurements, which obviously I have to read out to you. The bag is called Classic, and interestingly, Bottega themselves does consider this a small bag, which I would not necessarily agree. I think this is rather a medium-sized bag. It holds quite a lot, which we will see in a second as well. But let me give you the measurement. It has a height of about 20 centimeters or 7.9 inches. It has a width of 33 centimeters or 13 inches. And it is very slim, only 4 centimeters in depth, which is 1.6 inches. But you can pack the bag quite a lot and make it bulk out, so even though it's slim, it has quite a good capacity. The website says that the handle is 12 centimeters, 4.7 inches, just that you get an idea. You might already know that this bag just has one big open compartment, no structure, no side pocket. It's easy to get in and out, so even though the handle is chunky, it does not really get in your way when you want to put things in and out. And the closure is very easy to handle as well. It's 2 very strong magnets. And here just a little fun fact. I'm not sure if it's annoying me, I don't think so. I just always had to smile when it happened. Obviously, strong magnets. And if you put anything magnetic inside the bag, it sticks to the magnets. Okay, the sunglasses case is a tad too heavy to stay up, but it definitely attaches to the magnet. Let me show you. Floop, there it is. Sometimes when I took a case out of the bag or inside of the bag, it just clicked to the magnet, which is not dramatic. Same with keys. You just should keep that in mind if you are putting cards in and out, because, well, a very strong magnet could delete your card information. So maybe that's a tiny thing to be mindful about. And I think we already made it to the part where I show you what the bag can hold, what the Bottega Veneta Sardine Bag fits, and what I was taking with me on the daily basis. So enjoy that part. Everything you see here and some more does fit the Bottega Veneta Sardine Bag. So let me show you. Since we have one big open compartment, you can just go ahead, sunglasses case, even different shapes, different sizes, bulky ones, they easily do fit. A Louis Vuitton mini pochette, let's put it here, does fit. A big Chanel compact does fit. Louis Vuitton zippy wallet. Even though the bag would fit a bigger wallet as well, I would still recommend going for a compact one, because then you have some space left for other items. I'm filming on my iPhone 14, which easily fits the bag, but I can just show you for reference with my old iPhone SE, which does fit as well. Then let's take a key pouch, a loose car key, maybe a hair clip, and I ran out of ideas what else to put into my bag, so let's take another Chanel compact, even though I would wear my cosmetic products inside of the mini pochette, for example. There we have a little item as well, AirPods. So everything easily fits. The bag still does close, but you have to keep in mind, the more you pack inside of the bag, the less it can do the smile that looks so beautiful on the Bottega Veneta product pictures. So it does hold a lot since it is one open compartment, but if you pack it like this, it will get harder to make it have a very nice shape, even though I think packed to this degree it still looks very good and it doesn't look out of shape or something. And when you want to get inside of the bag, obviously it's not that easy to immediately find what you search without having any kind of compartments and organization in the bag. So sometimes you have to search a little bit and everything can switch places. But when it comes to the capacity, I would say this is absolutely a fair amount, and I could not even think of anything else I would want to take. Maybe a lipstick, but with this structure, I definitely would put it inside of some kind of pouch so that I can easier find it than having to search for it. Where is it? Might it have slipped to the bottom of the bag? Now searching for my car key, I would have to dig very deep to find it. So I think this will give you a good idea of the what fits portion of the Bottega Veneta Sardine Bag. Obviously, this bag is not big enough, roomy enough for me to be a work bag, because I couldn't put any laptop or notes or something like that. But as an everyday bag or going for dinner, going out bag, I think all these scenarios, unless grocery shopping where you need a big bag, well, it would even work for grocery shopping if you just wanted to have your phone and your wallet inside of that bag and you had some kind of tote bags, shopping bags to carry the shopping stuff. It holds everything you need in a everyday bag, at least for me. I think I gave you an idea, and here you just have to consider the more you pack into the bag, the harder it will be to make it smile. If you want the bag to smile like on the product pictures, you have to take a little less. So everything I showed you before, minus the mini pochette and a sunglasses case. I can show you. The rest is still inside of the bag. And then there is the possibility to make the bag flap and smile, even though I have never been able to do it in a beautiful way. But this gives you an idea of the capacity, how much it might be for the bag to smile. So still quite a lot. You just would have to find a different solution for your cosmetic items. And maybe just pop the sunglasses in without a case. I used it for some shopping trips to the city and bought some little knickknacks here and there. And the funny thing is, the bag is very roomy and spacious, and I just kept adding items to the bag and it was able to hold them, but then you will reach the point when the bag cannot hold it anymore and it stays open and does not look that nice, but at least you have a place where to put all your stuff, so not too bad. Let's talk about the color. When I picked my bag from Fobe, I had two on my watch list. This color, which is called Agate Grey, and I had the green version on my watch list as well. And in the end, I don't remember why I went for that one instead of the green one, but I did so. When I got that bag, I thought it will be very easy to combine because it is grey, which should be neutral, right? But I had such a tough time to combine it. I think the main problem has been that in the beginning, I wanted to combine it a lot with greys because that was somehow the look that I had envisioned, and I didn't have anything in that shade of grey because the bag has a very blue undertone to it, and I just did not really have anything that is grey, but that blue kind of grey. I just found one item in my entire wardrobe, which is this pair of Zara pants, and I think they are a very close color match. I liked how they looked, but the first outfits I put together, I did not really feel them, and I had such a hard time to come up with something. I was standing in front of my wardrobe and I did not know what to wear, and I think the main problem might have been that I don't have shoes in that shade, because I think in that Jimmy Choo video I already told you that for me it's way easier to put together outfits if the bag and the shoes match, because then it can tie together the outfit more easily. And since I did not have shoes in that shade, it was harder. It took me quite a while to finally find a way to combine it and style it, which were all white outfits, because then the white from the shoes was picking up the white blouse, and I did get some beautiful items from Goelia, like this blouse for example as well, and when I started combining the bag with all white outfits, I actually liked a lot how it turned out, but unfortunately it was somewhat too late. I only started having my beautiful white outfits ready when it finally got to the point where I would have to look the truth in the eye that I would have to send the bag back now. I think if I would have picked this bag later in the year when it's more summertime and I would wear even more white, I would have had an easier time to combine it with more summery looks, going more with white or maybe even some beiges. But when I was still somewhat in the winter blues, going with heavier outfits like black leather jackets and black boots, it just, I don't know, I think I was not able to pull it off very well. I have not tried to go for an all black outfit, which might have worked as well, but somehow in my mind I thought it's too harsh of a contrast. Another great pro of renting bags, I thought that I would love the color and I thought it would be in neutral, but it turns out this exact shade of grey is not a neutral for me. It's very hard to combine, and imagine I would have bought the bag for $4,500 or 3,700 euro because I thought it's a neutral and will work with everything, to then find out I have nothing to wear with it. Okay, I could now make it work in summer, but still it's not very versatile for me, being limited to all white outfits, so that's definitely a learning. I can see that bag working better for me in black maybe, which hopefully black is an actual neutral and would go with everything. But this shade of grey is not for me, and if you are eyeing that bag in that exact shade, maybe go to a store and see if it actually matches the things you have in mind it would match, because it was not that way for me. Let's talk about the material quickly as well. It is the very famous Bottega Interwoven Intrecciato Intrecciato? Oh, my Italian. Well, I bet you know what I'm talking about. The typical Bottega Veneta interwoven leather. It is lambskin, and I have to admit something to you here as well. Everyone always is praising the Bottega Veneta leather and the leather quality and how amazing it feels and that it's just the softest and the greatest. And yeah, it is great leather, it feels great, it looks nice, but I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I'm really sorry, I'm a little bit underwhelmed. As you might know, I don't live in a big city, so I don't have many luxury boutiques near to me, and I don't have the opportunity to touch luxury bags all the time and look at them all the time. We just have 2 stores next in the next bigger city that do carry some luxury bags, but when I went to Bräuninger last time, they did not even have any kind of Bottega Veneta bags, so I did not really touch a lot of them and I did not really know what to expect, but people keep praising the Bottega Veneta leather, and yeah, it is nice leather, it is luxury leather, but it's not flashing me as I expected when everyone is praising it like crazy. Maybe it is because this is more of the small interwoven leather parts, and if you have maybe a cassette bag where there you have a lot of flashy, plushes, lushes, lambskin to touch, then it's kind of a sensational feeling. But on this bag, yeah, it's nice leather, but it's not mind-blowingly nice. Keep in mind, you pay a lot for this bag. You pay 3,700 euro or $4,500, so at least I would hope for great leather. The bags are made in Italy. Bottega Veneta is an Italian brand, so that's a nice side fact, but does it justify the price? Well, that's on each and everyone to decide on their own. Very interesting to note here. I had the bag with me for 2 months, and when I unboxed it, it was still 3,500 euro. I mentioned it several times in my unboxing, and I even took some screenshots on the website, so I know for sure it has been 3,500 euro 2 months ago. Now it's 3,700 euro. A price increase of 200 euro at least. And unfortunately, I don't know in dollar, because unfortunately I did not think about taking dollar screenshots already, because I thought we'll talk about the price point more in depth in this video. I didn't see it coming that the price on that bag would go up so much so quickly. So $4,500 if you bought that bag a while ago. Share the price you paid down in the comments. So we are talking luxury, top tier bags and price points, and the quality somehow is there. I can see why people are willing to spend that kind of money on Bottega bags, but I'm not one of them. I do not earn enough to justify that kind of price point on that kind of bag. The biggest no-no to me is just the handle. I could not get myself spending that amount on a bag that comes with marks from artisans on a 3,700 euro bag. I couldn't. The leather quality does not convince me either, and just the whole overall impression and experience I had with the bag. I did enjoy wearing it, especially when I found good ways to combine it. Yes, I have to admit that. I think it looks great. I think it looks trendy. I think it's fun to wear it, but it's not for me. At that price point, it's a definite no, 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 no. In that color as well, no, 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 no. If I ever would consider a Bottega Veneta Sardine bag, I probably would go for boring black, because that's just the safest option, but not even in black I would spend that price point. I would maybe consider it around 1,800 euro. Maybe. But even that is a stretch. Especially, and I'm really sorry to say so, but especially since Bottega bags get duped so much, and you can get very nice leather, real leather, beautiful quality bags that have a similar look to them. I have to admit that I was looking around a little bit and I spotted some bags on Amazon that have quite a similar look at prices far away from Bottega Veneta money. So I think if I would want to go for that look, I would not necessarily need to have an Bottega bag, because, sorry, I'm just priced out. Not what I can imagine spending my luxury handbag frivolous money on, because, yeah, it's beautiful, yeah, it's their design idea, but you lost me with that handle, I'm sorry. Let me check if I have something else on my list. We talked about the price point now. I just have one more point to mention, which is wear and tear, and unfortunately I cannot give you a deep dive review on that, because obviously I just rented it, I just had it for 2 months. There's nothing major I discovered about the bag, unless the marks in the handle, which I thought in the very first impression would be terrible signs of use and wear and tear, but they are not. They are intended to be there. From the leather, I think it held up very well. I cannot really report on anything. I suspect that the leather will soften up even more by time, so that it does smile. I did not notice that anything wears especially hard. The bag has round edges, so there won't be a whole lot of corner wear, I guess. I would just hope that the great Bottega Veneta leather will hold up very well over time. That's everything I can say about wear and tear. If you have any additional questions or you just want to share your thoughts on that bag, definitely share it with us down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time, and bye! I hope this won't get anybody mad who has that bag and spent that crazy price point on it, cause yeah, well, it's beautiful, but it's not worth it to me. Sorry. Be more mindful with my money.